Welcome back. This video is not financial advice, and always do your own research. Over the past few months, we've been seeing some explosive growth in the meme coin sector. In particular, there's been a bunch of newer tokens that have been outperforming the rest of the market. Most traders out there want to get in on solid meme coins early, but sometimes it's hard to find a true gem. That's why in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 newer meme coins that have launched in the last 3 months that have solid teams, communities, and growth potential. Now, although this is technically a top 5 video where I'm going to rank each one of these projects, truthfully, all 5 are incredibly close. Each one I am super bullish on. So whether it's first place or 5th place, each one of these, in my opinion, is a true gem. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the video. Coming in at first place, we have Beastseller. Taking a look at the chart here for Beastseller, their token ticker is Beast on Ethereum. They've been on and off trending over the past week, right now sitting at hot number 2 here on Dex Tools for their price 0.055. They are down 19% over the past 24 hours with a market cap of 3.8 million. But what's more important is the narrative behind this token that we're going to dive into in just a second. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, they have tickled their all-time high a few separate times, each time met with some sell pressure. But as you can see, there's a good bit of resistance right here at that 0.055 level. Over the last 2 weeks, they have met it and then rebounded quite well by the dip, as they say. But long story short with this token, I think that anything under 10 mil in market cap is an absolute steal. And the reason for that is because Beast is one of the main players in the Cortex Vortex meta. Now, Cortex Vortex is Matt Fury's newest book. It doesn't have any words on it, but it is a art collective style of book. And as any one of you meme coin traders know, Pepe is Matt Fury's main character. Pepe essentially is the grandfather meme, one of the OG memes of the internet, and is also one of Matt Fury's most popular characters, of course, from the Boys Club series. Now, with Pepe right now sitting number 30 out of all crypto, 4.27 billion. Another Boys Club character, of course, is Brett on Base. Brett on Base right now sitting at 500 million, number 116 out of all crypto. So with these two characters, they belong in the old school Matt Fury meta that is all of the Boys Club characters. Also, of course, you have Andy and Landwolf. Right now, though, there is a new Matt Fury meta that's cooking, and that is the Cortex Vortex meta. One of the ones that has been performing the best over the past 2 months. This is Mindfact by Matt Fury, up 649% over the course of the last month with a solid market cap of 9.1 million. As an example, here you can see a few of the different pages from Cortex Vortex. Has that classic Matt Fury style, and with Matt Fury having a stranglehold on the entire meme coin sector, it makes sense that Cortex Vortex, his newest book, would bring in a whole new wave of different meme coins. These different Cortex Vortex meme coins as a whole, though, it is still very, very young. Most of these tokens are between 2 months to 6 months old, so they haven't fully matured yet, and that's why most of these you're able to get at a deep discount. The reason why Beast finds itself, though, at number 1 is because he is the cover character. Here we have someone that has framed Matt Fury's newest book, and as you can see on that front page, we have none other than Beast. The reason why this is important is just how Pepe leads the pack with the Boys Club old school Matt Fury meta, sitting number 1 out of all of them with 4 billion in market cap. I believe in the long run, Beast is going to find himself at the top of the heap because he, just like Pepe, share that main character energy. For a lot of Matt Fury fans out there, they may not know about Cortex Vortex or that Beast is on the cover of that book, but I have a feeling as this kind of information spreads, it is going to be a net positive for this entire Cortex Vortex sector. Long story short, big fan of Beast, the Pepe of the Cortex Vortex meta. Right now, a deep discount at 3.8 mil. Full disclosure, I am an investor in this token because I truly believe in its long-term potential. So with that being said, let's go ahead and head into the number 2 token. This next token is on Solana, and it is called AWOKE. AWOKE launched just 19 days ago, and the first thing you'll notice is this chart does not look like a Solana chart. Typically with these Solana tokens, we see massive pumps for a day or two, and then we see massive dumps. But here, as you can see, a little bit of sell pressure after the first day, but ever since then, they have been having some bullish movement. right now sitting at $5.2 million in market cap, over 2,000 holders. And with this token, it is the ultimate cultural token. AWOKE stands for the anti-woke movement, and one of the things they're trying to accomplish is actually to have Elon Musk reply to some of their content. As you guys may be familiar, Elon Musk unfortunately did lose his son to the woke mind virus, where his son became a female and actually disowned Elon. He's been very outspoken about this. He's talked about how he wants to end the woke mind virus for killing his son. So here with AWOKE, they make some of the most top tier content from both a community building and engagement perspective and a content creation perspective. AWOKE does a really good job on both of these. I have done a full-fledged video about AWOKE, so if you are interested in learning more, definitely check that out after. But one of the things that I compared them to is it reminds me a lot of SPX 6900, which of course many of you guys are aware, this is a top 100 cryptocurrency, one of the top meme coins, and their videos have a very similar retro dreamlike feel. Aside from their retro dreamlike videos, they also have these super high quality 3D animations which feature the AWOKE character, which is this blonde reddish haired guy here with a beard. With these videos, it's essentially about him defeating the woke mind virus. So I do think there is a solid shot sometime in the future for Elon to interact with one of these videos or one of their posts. And let's just say if he did, the charts would go bananas. We've seen in the past where Elon Musk simply says a certain word, and if there is a token for that word, the token goes absolutely ballistic. And so here with AWOKE, aside from the fact that they have that solid community building and the really cool videos, I do think there's that added potential that maybe, just maybe, that Elon Musk may indeed interact with one of these. Regardless, even if that never happens, this project as a whole gives you those cult-like vibes. And as we know with a lot of these meme coins, if a meme coin can truly create a cult, something that seeps into the fabric of people's existence, that typically those tokens perform well over time. So here with AWOKE, huge fan of them, especially a Solana token that doesn't have a pump and dump looking chart, one that clearly has the goal to stay around for the long term. Coming in third place, we have SAC Fury with the SACS token on ETH, and this is a more lower market cap gem, right now sitting just below 900K in market cap. From the chart here, you can tell they've been having some really bullish momentum starting from around August 11th. All in all, the chart looks really healthy, and you can tell things are moving in the right direction. They aren't doing some crazy marketing where they're ballooning up and then having massive sell pressure. They're instead getting a solid foundation of the community and building gradually, which is actually a good sign. Right now sitting just below 2,000 holders. Here with the SACS token, the project, they are doing something super unique though. Instead of aligning themselves with one specific Matt Fury character, they're instead taking on a whole new approach, creating an entire series surrounding around all of the Matt Fury characters. So here we find ourselves in the SAC Fury website, and one thing you'll notice about their Matt Fury character is that his chin looks like a sack, and that's the entire point. All of the different Matt Fury characters are involved in their different style of content, but each one is adopting a chin that resembles a sack. Now you kind of get it why it's called SAC Fury. They already have released a few different contents. Here we have Jerry the Turtle, which is one of Matt Fury's characters as well. I won't do audio, but I'm just going to go ahead and play them through so you can see the quality. Now they right now are doing more short style content. Their end goal though is to have 10 to 20 minute animated series episodes that are supposed to be similar to the likes of South Park as far as their comedic value. Again, we have two more here. You see Pepe, Matt Fury, and more different characters, again, from the Matt Fury universe, all with that signature sack chin. Ultimately, I feel like this project is just approaching things from a different perspective, and I find it quite unique and refreshing. Again, as an example, we can see a lot of characters here. We have Gas Pass, which is a Cortex Vortex character. We have Jerry the Turtle and all of the different Boys Club characters, along with Matt Fury himself, all with that signature chin. Also, aside from those animated episodes, they also are releasing different kinds of music that you can go ahead and check out. Again, all surrounding around the Matt Fury universe. Now, going into the fourth place, we have MOANER Melter Slime, which is another Cortex Vortex character. In particular, I'm picking this one out of the other Cortex Vortex characters because it is sitting at a 1.5 million in market cap. So there's a lot more room for growth in the shorter term. As I mentioned before, with a lot of these Cortex Vortex characters, I have a lot of long-term aspirations for all of them, but in the short term, being that they are at 1.5 mil, that means if they go up to 15 mil in market cap, that would already be a 10x. I also think that the community and team are doing an amazing job thus far, so that is why they find themselves on this list. Just like we saw with Sack Fury, there wasn't parabolic movement and then a massive sell-off. Instead, we're seeing gradual movement, showing a healthy increase in the community as a whole. 1.65 thousand holders, all things looking good. And this one also is on Ethereum. Heading on over to their X, their handle is MOANER_ETH. Also, for any token that we talked about in this video, all of their links will be down in the description box below. Content quality here is very nice. You can also see the engagement is also pretty good. 4.6 thousand views, 35 comments on their pinned post here. They post different kinds of GIFs, and they also have been talked about on a ton of different YouTube channels. Here's one talking about all of the different tokens for this cycle. And of course, MOANER was mentioned. We also have more and more videos here as I scroll down. Now, I personally haven't been in contact with the team, but this is just one that has come across my radar. And again, with me being a big fan of the Cortex Vortex narrative, all in all, I think that MOANER is doing a really good job. Everything that I'm seeing from the outside looking in looks really, really solid. So that's why they find themselves at number 4. We have more of a powerhouse in the meme coin space. We're looking at Nobody Sausage. They are number 477 out of all cryptocurrencies, 67 million in market cap, and they've been doing absolutely fantastic. Over the last 7 days, up 43%. Over the last month, up 94%, and over the year, up over 1,000%. They have 4.4 million for decentralized trading volume. They have a ton of different listings, MEXC, KuCoin, LBank, etc. And with Nobody Sausage, they have some of the best content in the space. They have a partnership with MoonPay. Recently announced deposits are now live for the Nobody token on Binance US. And they've been doing collaborations with big projects like Pudgy Penguins, who is one of the best IP projects in the space. I mean, they even have plushies at Walmart, which is absolutely crazy. I've done a full video on Pudgy Penguins. But here with Nobody Sausage, they just have some of the highest tier momentum. And again, as far as content, they have some of the best in the entire space. With their 3D modeling, they do a lot of meme content and content that gets popular outside of the crypto scene. Like people just scrolling TikTok even have seen this character before. And so it's kind of bleeding into mainstream culture. Ultimately, the team behind Nobody Sausage is just doing such a good job, whether it be from a collaborations perspective, getting new centralized exchange listings like Binance, as well as partnering with different DeFi projects to offer high staking rewards, etc. When looking at Nobody Sausage, they are just the cream of the crop as far as a meme coin goes. Nobody Sausage, I think that they have the potential to eventually one day surpass $1 billion in market cap. They even have signs in Kaleo Square. And right now being at about 65 mil in market cap, it would be somewhere around a 15x in order for them to pass into that $1 billion range. And I think that is something that absolutely could happen. To me, 65 mil for a project this well run and an IP this strong is an absolute steal. Again, here you can see on Instagram, Nobody Sausage and Pudgy Penguin both have content with each other on both of their pages. So that is very bullish, especially considering Pudgy Penguin being the powerhouse that they are. Again, be sure to check the description box down below for all of the different links for the tokens I talked about today. And although I'm a fan of each one of those, please keep in mind that this video is not intended to be financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and investing in cryptocurrency and meme coins can be risky, so always do your own research. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.